Let's welcome in our next community guest, Ashley Marsteller. She's the Director of Parks and Recreation for Millcreek Township. Ashley, welcome to First at 4.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're excited to have you.
Yeah, you got some big news.
Yeah.
Pickleball courts are coming to Millcreek.
It is. The craze has landed in Millcreek, and we're very excited about it.
So you don't have any right now. This will be the first.
We don't. So just this last week, we installed 8 pickleball courts in 2 of our parks, at Asbury Park and at Zook Park. And so the installation is 90% complete. We're just waiting to put nets up, which should come by early next week, and then they're totally open and playable.
Wow. Were you getting requests for these?
Absolutely, yes. So we have, over the last 2 years, have been meeting with a lot of residents. There's the Erie Pickleball Players Association, who's been really integral in trying to help push this forward in Millcreek. Just a lot of people that maybe go south for the winter that came back and they played all winter and they didn't want to stop. So they're like, where can we play and what can we do and how can we use our park space? So we were very receptive in trying to listen and make this happen for our residents. It's kind of part of the mission of Parks and Recreation is having community engagement and finding ways to connect with our residents and provide recreational outlets.
Yeah, and you want to do what people are into at the moment.
Exactly.
And so this is an instance of, being flexible. So we're seeing some video here. I have no idea how to play pickleball. Have you played?
Well, no.
No?
But I've never played tennis, and I mean, it's very much like tennis.
Seems like it.
It's a big table tennis. My question is, if you didn't have pickleball courts before, like what, are these old tennis courts
they're
that
old
you're
tennis
using?
courts, yeah.
Yes, so what we ended up doing is renovating space at Zook Park was 2 tennis courts were there, and so we put 6 pickleball there. It was a little underutilized and not quite as popular. We weren't seeing a surge of people playing tennis there
anymore.
So we kind of repurposed it. And then at Asbury, we had 2 pads, and one is still all tennis, and the other one is a mix of tennis and pickleball that we did.
Fun.
So how are people going to be able to reserve these?
Really, it's kind of a first come, first serve type of situation out there, outside of some reserved time that we have for clinics. But there's a paddle system that we have that a lot of players are familiar with or will quickly become familiar with, where you just kind of line your paddle up and the first 4 out get to go play. And that's how it goes.
I don't know the pickleball rules.
Either. I didn't know about the paddle.
Well, it's a very welcoming group, I will say.
Yeah,
like they're
I've heard
very
that.
friendly people. Yes, and people of all ages, and they're really looking to be, I guess, proponents for their sport or just ambassadors maybe of it, and they really welcome a lot of people in. You can have no skill level, go with a group of friends and learn by the time you're done.
And what I think is great is, in addition to installing these courts, you're also hosting these clinics. So talk a little bit about that.
Yes, yeah, we really wanted to work with the Erie Pickleball Players Association and offer, I love things for open play, but if there's a teaching opportunity or if there's a way that we can, again, connect with residents in a different way, we wanted to explore that. So we have some teaching professionals with us that are going to be doing adult clinics as well as youth clinics because it is a multi-age sport, fun for the family.
That's Now, do you get any complaints? I've heard that noise sometimes is bothersome. Are these lighted? Are they playing late at night? What are you running into?
It's funny that you say that. So I go to Parks and Rec conferences statewide annually, and pickleball is a huge topic there because it's just blowing up. And so noise definitely is a factor, and lights is another situation too. But so noise-wise, we were very cautious, I guess I was. That was something to take into consideration because there's horror stories across the country of things that are maybe too residential and neighbors are getting upset because there is a distinct little ping to the ball all the time. So that's why we put the bulk of the courts at Zook. It's not in a residential area. It's a really great place where we don't think we're going to be disrupting too many people, and they can play.
And really, Asbury Park, the neighborhoods are enough away that I think that would...
Right, and I'm hopeful for that. The thing with Asbury, I guess, and why we put only 2 over at Asbury is it's so populated and busy with a lot of other sports and activities that go on there that I didn't want to... There's people come out in droves for pickleball, so I was a little nervous about overwhelming the park when I have softballs and day camps and tennis lessons and all other sorts of stuff
A lot
going
of thought
on.
is put into all of this.
I love it.
It's not
we try,
just a quick decision.
Where can folks get information about the clinic?
Sure, if they go to millcreektownship.com on our website on the Parks and Rec page, we have a listing of all of our summer programs, which includes our pickleball things right there.
And we were going to talk about some of those programs, but we're out of time talking about pickleball.
Sure, yes. Thank you so much for having me
here.